And in the education sector, most tertiary institutions in the country have hiked their fees by over 150%, putting serious pressures on the finance of parents and guardians of students who also have to contend with record inflation in the country, which has eroded purchasing power. Some of the students are now resorting to literally begging online to raise money to pay their fees. Our correspondent Sydney Okafo has more on this story.
It's a sign of tough economic situation in the country. Nigeria is grappling with a serious cost of living crisis, and with many tertiary institutions hiking their fees, some students are facing a struggle to pay the new fees. Quite a number have turned to the social media to beg for funds to pay their tuition. And here is one example on X. A student with a handle at DexMai put out this post soliciting 110,226 naira to pay his school fee at the University of Ilorin.
I know a lot of my friends that had to drop out, and they're like, oh, they can't handle this, they can't do this, they can't pay. I know a friend of mine that left because I did ND and I moved here. So I know a friend of mine that left, he got admission before me. We were happy about it, we celebrated. Then he told me that he has to go back to Yabatech. He gets now Yabatech to increase their own fees, so everything is just wonderful.
You know, it was inevitable in terms of the way, the direction the nation was going to. I think even in terms of the supposed renovations and everything that the school had said that they are running and everything, and I think to some extent we can see the renovations. So it was a no-brainer to see that there will be an increment in the school fees and everything. So I would say it was inevitable, and if I want to say that affected, of course that affected me.
Before the latest tuition fee increases, fresh students at Nigerian universities pay between 20,000 to 30,000 naira. But the latest increment ranges from 203,000 to 412,000 naira. Some reasons for the fee increase include the rising cost of maintenance, the need to keep staff motivated, inflation, and the need to provide world-class education. Some universities that have increased their fees include the University of Nigeria Nsukka, Bayero University Kano, University of Lagos Akoka, University of Jos, Obafemi Awolowo University, amongst others.
The whole situation for parents now is like an elastic string that when you continue to pull and pull and pull, at a time it will get to its elastic limit, and if you attempt to stretch it beyond its elastic limit, it might cut or break. So Nigerian parents are presently at that point where any further stress on their finances may be catastrophic.
A professor at the University of Lagos has urged students with challenges in paying their fees embrace the student loan scheme provided by the government.
And I think what the government is doing really is to sensitize the people from the southern part of the country, which we are also trying to do. So you also are eligible to take this loan. If you take the loan, you don't need to resort to begging. And what are the criteria for you to be eligible? You must have your matriculation number. You must have registered with, as a student of a particular institution. The university or the polytechnic or college of education must have your details. These are where they, harvest all the details. So when you put your matric number, you put in your details, so they can verify that you are actually Nigeria and you are eligible. And if you are eligible, and I think the organization has been doing their best to be able to make the fund available.
Since the student loan scheme was formally launched in August 2024, 12 billion naira have been disbursed to successful applicants by the Nigerian Education Loan Fund to support students pay their fees. It's therefore a surprise that some students would be resorting to the social media to beg for money to pay their fees rather than to approach NetFund. Sydney Okafo, TV 360, Lagos.